Good morning, everyone. We are doing the daily collective read for today, Friday, February 3rd, 2023. What do we have coming through with the cards right now? Can I please get the first 5 cards for our 5-card spread? That's our first card. First card today is a Wheel of Fortune in its reversal. So this is very interesting because what we really see occurring here is you may be feeling right now that some things had been going wrong around you or things were not necessarily going to plan. However, today might be the day of awareness where you start to see the path unfolding, even around those things that did not necessarily go the way that you had hoped or intended. This is a moment of really allowing yourself to surrender to fate's cycle and seeing here that even the things that necessarily do not feel like they were serving your favor are actually getting you more aligned to your path. So a lot of concentration today on focusing on your path and the direction that you are moving into right now. Continuing to get clarity on these cards today. The next card we are getting right now is, that's too many cards, but I think we've got the rest of our 5 cards is what we really have here. 2, 3, 4, and here's our 5th. Okay. Today's going to feel a little rough and rocky, particularly from the emotions aspect from what I'm seeing here. But I think it's also going to be serving our higher purposes. Why do we see that? Because as I said, we did see this Wheel of Fortune in its reversal. So things maybe not necessarily going to plan right now, but really kind of allowing yourself to fall into the fact that things are going according to a larger plan that is not necessarily around your own desires or will. We're also seeing here with the Hierophant in the reversal that this is requiring you to potentially have to take some unconventional approaches today as it relates to the things that you're doing and the way that you're moving about things. This can also talk a lot about broken contracts or broken agreements, or really addressing some of those binding degrees in your life right now to really ask yourself what needs to be amended and what needs to change. Thank you so much for the gift, dear. Center of the deck right now is Empress in its reversal. So this is particularly going to feel a little rough for feminine energy, bearing in mind that this is not based on gender, but what you feel most aligned to. And what we're really seeing right now is that for the feminine energy right now, there is a feeling of lack, particularly as it relates to your own feelings of being loved and appreciated. Today would be a good day to really focus on any kind of meditations or manifestations, allowing you to get back into your heart center, to remind yourself that you are capable of giving yourself the love and the appreciation that you feel that you deserve. While for masculine right now, this could feel like a bit of a difficult day because you feel that you are in separation from that energy that is your heart's desire, and that is also what is potentially causing you to have to take some unconventional approaches today. Continuing to get clarity on these points, we do see here the 7 of Pentacles in its reversal. So there is a feeling of frustration that is coming up today around feeling like something is taking too long to come to fruition, or feeling like you have to wait for something to come to fruition, or really asking yourself if you do want to wait anymore on something that you have been putting a lot of time and energy into. And this is all leading you to this other card, which is, bearing in mind, this feels very much aligned to this Wheel of Fortune, which is the World in its reversal. So again, grounding today is very key. Being able to really focus on grounding, because there is this kind of sense of chaos that is coming in today. And it is going to be about trying to manage this sense of chaos that may feel somewhat triggering, that we really want to see you go through with that depth and grace. Thank you guys so much for the likes and the shares and the follows. We are going to continue to get clarity on these cards. Getting clarity right now between this Wheel of Fortune in its reversal. So this feeling of things not necessarily going according to what your plan is, but putting your faith in that higher plan, particularly as there are some things that are coming to a close, contracts that are ending or changing around you right now, or something that is requiring you to take a little bit of a different approach as it relates to some of the things that aren't going exactly as you had anticipated. May I please get 1 card to clarify? Thank you so much for the gift, Witch's Brew. We've got 2 cards here. And this is a moment that is allowing, I will point out, even while the feminine energy is not necessarily feeling in their heart center right now, we do see them coming into a place of better effectiveness and communication. This is being represented right now by the Queen of Wands in its upright mixed with the Five of Wands in its reversal. So this is really showing us a manifestation of masculine, of feminine, that is really coming to their power, even in this moment that they may be feeling a deficiency in their heart space, specifically by making the choice not to fight against the things that are not meant for them, not to, and even to move away from anything that is causing some kind of conflict or disruption in your life right now. Whereas for masculine right now, what we're really seeing is potentially two different manifestations of feminine, one of which is potentially their heart's desire, which they feel is somewhat closed off from them. However, also moving in the direction of another manifestation of feminine that they feel is and it has this ability of communication, has this this ability of power and control, and that they feel like there is less conflict towards. Continuing to get clarity on these points right now, getting clarity between the Hierophant in its reversal. So feelings of unconventionality, needing to take unconventional approaches, potentially even some like contracts or agreements breaking or changing today. And feminine just being in a space of feeling some sort of lack, particularly as it relates to their heart space. While as for masculine right now, this could be requiring you to feel this breakage point between some manifestation of feminine, who is your heart's desire. May I please get one card to clarify? We've got two cards here again. Here's that card of the day showing up with the Queen of Cups in its upright. And I like this a lot because we also see the King of Pentacles supporting that energy right behind it. So what are we really seeing right now? Well, again, we are seeing that even while feminine is moving into a place where they are not necessarily feeling that love, we see the card of the day. Make sure you watch that card of the day, because this card keeps popping up this week. Even as they're feeling this lack, feminine is returning this energy back to them, back into their own selves, giving themselves, allowing themselves to feel this emotionality, feel this emotional expression, and also putting a lot of their security and standing by right now some very strong, stable manifestations of that masculine who can support them as they kind of go through this heart-opening act. While as for masculine here, we've got a lot of different feminine energy coming around you right now, particularly because we see 1, 2, and 3 kinds of different feminine energy here. But we really see here that even while masculine is undergoing a moment where they feel like they are not in communication or connection with the manifestation of feminine that they want to put all of their heart, their love and appreciation into, we do see that they are pulling in a lot of support from another energy that is feminine expression, that is being there in this emotional way, that is helping them build up their own sense of stability and support. And we like that because we did see this masculine energy was in its reverse like just yesterday. So we do see that shift occurring right now. Continuing to get clarity on these points right now, getting clarity between this Empress in its reversal. So these feelings of feeling underappreciated, underloved, particularly as it relates to the feminine energy. Whereas for masculine, this could be feeling like you are disconnected from some object of your desire, or feminine is just not opening themselves up to you in this receptive, loving way. And this feeling of time running out, or feeling like you don't have enough time, or getting frustrated about the amount of time something is taking. So for feminine, this is putting a lot of concentration on trying to move things forward today for yourselves because of this frustration. While as for masculine, this could be feeling like, you know, you have run out of time as it relates to potentially trying to reach out to this, getting this feminine to kind of turn around and see the light, or reach out to you in this more loving way. Can I please get one card to clarify? We have here coming through 10 of Cups in its reversal. So this is a moment right now that is feeling like a bit of a frustration point for both masculine and feminine, because what we really see happening right now is this is a moment where feminine is not feeling loved or appreciated in some aspect, and this is a place where you're kind of saying to yourself that you're just not willing to put any time investing in that place because you just don't feel like you're seeing the results of your actions. Whereas for masculine right now, this could be feeling like there is some manifestation of feminine that you're starting to lose hope on because you feel like that energy is not coming towards you in a loving fashion, and you don't necessarily see any possible positive outcome as it relates to this direction. Continuing, but we do see new support and new energies coming in at the same time. Continuing to get clarity right now between this Seven of Pentacles and this reversal. So this feeling of frustration, this feeling of running out of time, or this feeling of potentially fears of investing in areas that you're not seeing the results outcome in. And the World in its reversal. So this feeling of chaos, it's being associated with this feeling of frustration or this feeling of impatience. May I please get one card to clarify? One card, please. Oh, we got two cards coming out. Here's the counterpart to that King of Pentacles in its upright. We've got the Queen of Pentacles coming up in its upright. And this is a moment that is really going to feel like feminine. Feminine is really taking it on themselves to build their own stability at this point, because they're not basically waiting, or they've given up waiting on some kind of emotional gesture from some masculine or some outside force. Feminine has kind of realized that they're not necessarily in a place where they can wait for someone else to come rescue them. So feminine is taking this energy in on themselves to do it for themselves. We like this energy a lot. Now for masculine, this could be feeling right now that there is a very stable feminine around you right now, but that one that is not necessarily receptive to your entreaties or your pleas to come forward. And this could also indicate some of that chaos that we're seeing around the masculine energy and feeling like things are upset. This could also potentially even indicate maybe some of the, thank you so much for the gift, Witch's Brew. This could also indicate maybe where some of this like non-accepting, loving energy is coming from, because this really says that masculine has their focus on a very stable representation of feminine, but one that is just not necessarily hearing or accepting their entreaties. Continuing to get clarity between these points right now. Getting clarity between this Queen of Wands. So this feeling of this a lot of really strong cards coming up for feminine today. The only thing that is not strong right now around feminine is that Empress energy. So everything else is becoming strong, almost in support of the heart center, which is still kind of in a place of deficit. So getting clarification right now. We've got 3 queens out. This is pretty remarkable. Thank you so much for the gift, Witch's Brew. Getting clarity right now between this Queen of Wands and this 5 of Wands. So a queen coming into their power right now, feminine deciding that they're moving into their space of communication and they're moving away from anything that is creating arguments. While with masculine, this could be, and also moving into a place where they're more openly emotional and putting their attention towards a very stable manifestation of masculine. Whereas for masculine right now, this could be looking at multiple manifestations of feminine around you right now. One in which you are trying to find a way to move forward without conflict, and one that is helping you build support by being your kind of emotional ballast, if you will. May I please get one card to clarify? This is the wake-up call from a new cycle. This is the reawakening point for both feminine and masculine. For feminine, this is coming back from some kind of great ending or completion. We saw this in our daily card of the day just about a week ago. So this is that rebirth moment. Whereas for masculine, this is also a rebirth. So for feminine, we see feminine really coming into their power right now. And we see masculine moving into a place of greater security, though with multiple energies of feminine around them as they do so. Continuing to get clarity right now, getting clarity between this Queen of Cups energy. So this feeling of kind of building a deeper emotionality around feminine, and also feeling the support of a strong, stable masculine as you do so. And a shift of perspective happening at the same time, realigning some of your plans for the future, or what you were perceiving would be the future, but also like allowing this to be a heart opening exercise for both masculine and feminine as you go forward from this point. May I please get one card to clarify? We have a 3 of Cups in its reversal. So what we're really seeing here is for both masculine and feminine right now, there is a desire to like move away from third-party energy, or move away from any kind of energy that has been playing games, or you feel has not necessarily been serving your purposes in terms of being able to build. Thank you so much for the gift, Annalise. In order to build kind of the strong future that you have been anticipating. For many of you, this could be feeling like there were outside energies that tried to confound or corrupt some sort of plans that you had for the future. And it is that energy that you're kind of shedding as you move into alignment right now with the masculine or feminine energy, depending on what you align to prevent that from happening again in the future. Continuing to get clarity from this point right now, getting clarity from this 10 of Cups. So this shift of perspective that we're seeing, some kind of future plans adjusting or changing or getting into a realistic mindset and kind of seeing how those future plans are changing. But for feminine right now, coming into a place of deeper stability for yourself as you build these new plans, as you wait, and because you've given up on kind of waiting for those outside energies to come. For masculine energy, this is really a moment of kind of not necessarily being able to see an ideal future with this feminine energy, because this energy is potentially rejecting you or rejecting your plans for the future. May I please get one card, or isn't allowing it in? Can I please get one card to clarify right now? We have the Hermit in its reversal, which is really cool to see because we've been seeing the Hermit coming up multiple times over this week. This is the time of really kind of letting yourself break out of your shell, getting out of your comfort zone, a period of isolation coming to an end. This speaks volumes for being able to also have here this 10 of Swords in its reversal. So we do see here new cycles starting, and as a result, you are now kind of coming out of your shell as you move forward from these points. Continuing to get clarity on these cards right now, getting clarity between the 10 of Swords and its reversal. So this reawakening point, the new cycles opening, allowing this point of revigoration, and as well as shedding any kind of negative third-party energies or anything that isn't serving you right now as you move forward from this point. Can I please get one card to clarify? Yes, just in time for the full moon. I love that. We have new energy coming forward for both masculine and feminine with the Page of Wands. So anticipate new communication today, new passions, new ideas, new projects, all very new, coming on the face of whatever is coming to a close right now, and kind of allowing more space for new energies to enter your life as you kind of turn away from ones that you do not feel are serving you. Continuing to get clarity between this 3 of Cups and its reversal right now. So again, moving away from places or energies that you don't feel were in alignment with you or serving your highest purpose. Even as you have this moment of coming out of your, coming out for yourself, being more public, being more social, just potentially being more selective with the energies or the people that you share that time and energy with. May I please get one card to clarify? We have, yeah, man, everything was telling you the time is now. Temperance in his reversal says that you are no longer ready to wait. You're no longer ready to hold on, that you want to do these things now. And you're probably feeling a lot of eagerness as you go into today, or a feeling of this position of you might be feeling some anxiety today, almost like the sense of feeling like you really need to move forward on the things that you want to move forward with. But I also think that that's coming from a positive place, because we are seeing that it's coming from almost a divinely guided urgency that you're being given right now, that's telling you to push forward on your goals, on the projects that you want to move forward, because this says to me that the time is now. The final card for today's spread right now, can I please get one card? We have here the 2 of Swords. So even as you're being encouraged to make these determinations to push forward in this way, you are kind of holding on making a final decision, as is being indicated by the 2 of Swords. You may have a choice that you will need to make, and you may be aware of this, that you have to make this choice, but you're not necessarily doing it now. Rather, you're holding on and you're waiting for that higher insight or that higher intuition to guide you on the next step. Bottom of the deck on this read as you go forward from this point is Ace of Pentacles in its reversal. So for many of you right now, finances might be some anxiety point, stressing over the money that you're bringing in versus the money that you have to spend, or also feeling like you are pouring all of your time and energy into something and not necessarily seeing the results, which would make a lot of sense given this 7 of Pentacles in its reversal. So being able to be very mindful right now and be conservative on where you're spending, how you're spending, where you're putting your time and energy, realizing that it is a valuable, a precious resource. That's also going to help you kind of get in this mindset where you don't feel like you're shedding so much. Be as conservative as possible with your time and your energy and your finances this week. Well, that is our daily collective read for the day. Just a reminder, if you would like to book a private reading with me, you can book one on my website, gracestrega.com. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and we will do this tomorrow.